You want to grow your business. You want to grow your legacy. Guys, my name is Claudienne Hibbert-Smith. If you thought that anything could be possible to hold you back, I want to share something with you. At the age of 14, I was pregnant and gave birth. People said, my family, friends, my teachers, she's going to end up in jail. She's going to have 4 or 5 kids. By the time she gets to the 12th grade, she won't even graduate. And I was set out to prove those people wrong. I did not miss a day of school. I went on to the University of Florida and graduated. Yes, go Gators. Y'all, I know I got some Gators in here. And then I got something called a JOB, guys, just over broke. I was taking my income, my college degree income, and paying bills that were 3 months behind. I was not even living paycheck to paycheck. Well, a good mentor of mine, Tina Howell, who now owns about 15 Wingstops in the state of Florida, bought a house many moons ago. I was 21. And that agent made about $40,000 in 2 months. And I said, I'm no dummy. I know how to add and subtract, and something is not adding up. And so when I looked at it, I said, man, it takes me a whole year to make $40,000. I got to go in from 8 to 5, sometimes stay until 6. I was a top producer there. I could not go to some of my kids' my son's ball games and soccer games. I literally 2 days after that discovery, guys, I quit my job. I did not even know how to become a realtor, but I knew how to learn. And I was willing to throw it all in to become a realtor because I wanted to make a lot of money. Some of y'all are afraid to say that. I wanted to make a lot of money to help a lot of people, right? Then I became passionate. Guys, I became the rookie of that year, a real estate investor that year. My husband and I just bought a 25,000 square foot building, y'all. Dropped me some fires for that. It was not easy. The 11 banks said no. They said, well, the banks are filing bankruptcy. We don't know where the banking industry are people going to send their kids to school. This was just last year, August 14th. We closed. $3.3 million later. Guys, this is why I am partnered with this company, because of opportunities and advancement. And if it was not for real estate, I don't know how we would have gotten to that property. We didn't have 1.5 million sitting around. That was what we had to bring to the table. We had to liquidate some stuff. We had some liquid in the bank. Guys, moving forward, that is my life. That is how I got here. 23 years in the real estate business. While I think sometimes I just have so much more to do and I haven't really accomplished enough, I got to stop and sit back and say, you know what? You did that, girl. You did that, Black girl. Yes, that is me, guys. Listen, if you are a realtor on this call, drop a number 2 in the chat. I want to see who I'm talking to today. And by no way or form do you need to be a realtor, but this is important for all of us. There was a lawsuit filed against NAR that they lost. Essentially, what was happening is that they said, allegedly, realtors were increasing the prices of homes by adding their commissions on top. Now, while I think that's bogus, so we would say a house is worth $500. Now you got to pay me another $15,000 on top of that. They lost. Keller Williams, one of many companies, had to pay $800 million. They are going to change the system. Buyers agents will not be paid a commission. So I want to put those realtors in position to be, okay, if you're not a heavy listing agent like my good friend Jeff or myself, or like many of you on here, guys, I just want you to know that I'm giving you another opportunity to say yes again. Now I can send my buyer to Ashika, or I can send them to Louisiana, make my 25 to 40% referral fee, guys, but I can keep that borrower. If you could just mute your line, I can keep that borrower as a client of mine, because now I get to make my mortgage commission off of that transaction. So I want to move myself and that example out of the way. And I want to share with you guys the name of the company. The name of the company is called OwnEasy. And I just want to share with you guys, I've had a great opportunity to speak with both of these gentlemen. Guys, Mr. George Newberry and Mr. Chet Seeley. Guys, just amazing. 1992, guys, George has been creating awareness for equal opportunity. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about on here. Guys, you might say, I took a company to $1 billion once, but when you do it 2 and 3 times, it's safe to say that these guys know what they're doing. We're talking about they own real estate in the land. Man, I just did a call with them and I was just amazed to be on the phone with $1 billion. And I kept saying, I can't believe the little girl from Carroll City in Miami is on the call with $1 billion. Guys, this is just amazing. And I'm telling you what we're about to do, what we are doing. is amazing. So let me tell you where we're going to go in the next 5 years. Okay, we will help 1 million people become homeowners and property owners. Okay, we will help. And I say property owners, guys, because I have a gentleman that is working with OwnEasy right now, guys, with our federally chartered credit union and refinancing a 4-unit building. This is just amazing. Guys, we're going to dispute debt, okay, resolve credit reporting. We are not a credit repair company. I like to call it credit enhancement. So even that borrower, we have in credit enhancement right now so he can get a better rate and a higher loan to value, okay? Some of y'all don't know what that means. Don't worry about it. You'll learn later, okay? We're here to train and mobilize people like you and me. And I'm gonna tell you something, in a economy like this, like never before, down payment assistance is necessary, and we're gonna be educating you guys on how and what programs that we have in store for you to use, literally in all 50 states, guys. Drop some fires if you would be interested and not having to sit in a class, take a test, maybe fail like I did several times to become a mortgage loan officer. Yet we are going to give you about 3 hours of training. You are going to have to take fingerprints and a background check, and you become a loan officer if everybody checks out. Guys, I want to talk to you about AI. Okay, if you're not into AI, you should be. You are going to be left behind. Okay, cars are driving by themselves. Cars are backing into parking spaces by themselves. So you definitely need to be aware of the advanced technology, the effortless import. I want you to understand, like, we have attorneys and legal professionals to help you with your credit enhancement. Guys, you're talking about tailored dispute letters, not something that just everybody's going to get the same thing. No, tailored for the company. Time and efficiency, guys. You're going to save time with the AI and continuous monitoring. So for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are going to have access to the program. It's not going to tell you, oh, we're closed at 6 o'clock. Okay, guys, I just want to make sure that you're following me here. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your your credit behaviors. And I won't spend too much on this slide, but I want you to just look at what your credit is comprised of. This is very important. And I'll tell you this, once you become a partner of ours, you're going to get free access to Identity IQ. Shawnee Curry here, my financial person, share with me how to go on Identity IQ, and it's $29 a month, $29.99. And when I saw it, I was just like, oh my God, we get it for free. Let me cancel my subscription over here. But this is how your credit is comprised and what it is comprised of. Guys, I don't have to go over this. How much will you spend renting in the next year? I don't know if it's you, a counterpart, a friend. I remember when I became a realtor, I looked at all of my friends and I said, why is everybody renting around me? But just like them, it was me. I was doing the same thing. And I was in real estate, so I became knowledgeable and they did it. And I made sure all my friends today are in homeownership and they own investments, okay? So guys, do you want to pay 100% interest or 0% principal? I mean, it's just that simple. So when you're looking at what consumers are saying about how expensive rent is today, guys, here is a chance to really set off cutting edge information to that client. So, I've never done credit repair, but I have sent people to credit repair. And I know that they pay $1,500 to sometimes get no result. And I'll be honest with you, I stopped referring people unless it was Shawnee Curry because I knew that she knew what she was doing. But for $149, y'all, $149, write $149 in the chat box. I want to make sure you're paying attention. $149 to start. Guys, to start disputing and increasing your credit. See, you can come over here with a 580 score, but what if we can get you into the mid 600s to 700s? See, the higher the score, the lower the interest rates. The higher the score, the lower the interest rate, which will then lower the monthly payment. Guys, if that makes sense. And what I love about this company, they say, you know what? If you like your results and you refer 5 people, your $89 is free. This company is not designed for credit repair for you to be in here for a year. We are serious about what we are doing. And I'll give you an example. A mortgage lender pulls a credit profile. You're at a 590. I have seen people in this company do under a 580, not under 580, a 580 manual underwriting and get approved. But let's say we want that 580 to go to 650, 670, 680, 700. The more the system is going to assimilate. Okay, Claudienne, if you do A, B, C, and F, here's what your score is going to look like. Claudienne, if you do C, D, and G, here is what your scores are going to look like. Now, you're going to be responsible for doing those things, but it's going to tell you everything that you're needing to do to get those scores up. Everybody with me here?
Yes, we're definitely with you.
Good, good, good. Listen, your story matters. Guys, your story matters. You're talking about a single mom with an active athlete. I don't know if you know what that's like. Kawina was able to come over here, guys, kill it, help people get into home ownership. And now, guys, she's focused literally on assisting single moms like I used to be. Imagine being 14 with a baby. Guys, it's not easy. She is now a homeowner, guys. Let's just say, you know what? I'm 60. You know what? I'm 70. I'm 80. I don't need to buy nothing else. But for Rob Farrell, a finance manager, guys, in the auto industry, 97 negative items. Guys, he was able to come into the company, get his credit enhanced. Guys, and it changed his life. You are never too young and you are never too old. So let's talk about that was the credit enhancement side. So let's talk about the loan officer opportunity. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've done very well in a very short period of time in this company. But I want you to know it does take hard work. It does take some leadership. It does take some dedication like anything else. I know I'm 30 pounds overweight. I lost 6 pounds, by the way. It's because now I'm dedicated. I'm disciplined. I'm professing leadership in the area. So now my results are starting to I had to bring it there because some of y'all not going to get the other part. Everybody want to either lose some weight or gain a few pounds. And you know what it takes. You know what it takes. I'm back on my team. I knew what it took. It's the same thing here, guys. For you to be successful in this company, you do need to identify that there's going to be a little work. It's going to be leadership. And guess what? We have a mission to putting 1 million people in homes. What does this thing look like as a community loan officer? Okay, we help families become homeowners, even those with low scores and low incomes. All right, we have all the programs, FHA, veterans loans, all right? Veteran loans have no, guys, loan limit. I just did a veteran loan for a client of mine at 1.5 million. I wasn't able to do that 3 years ago. There was a loan limit, right? We're going to teach you that stuff. USDA, Fannie, Freddie, and we go on. Jumbo loans, bank statement loans. We have every loan possible. We are not the little rinky-dink bank over here. No, this is a federally chartered credit union. Guys, and when I heard the fees that my client was paying just late last night, can y'all believe he called me at 9 p.m. at night, Eastern Standard Time? I was shocked. Let's talk about the 203K loan, where you can take the renovations of the property and finance them in the loan, so no money out of pocket to you. Let's talk about the DSCR loan. Guys, I'm taking my time here because this is important for you to know. See, when the bank denied my client, I said, no, 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 no. I want to do this type of loan. Don't worry about it. I'm going to bring him over to my new company and we're going to get the loan done. Guys, we got an approval last night. You're talking about HELOCs. Well, what's a HELOC? It works just like a credit card. You're able to take a line out or your property and use it just like it's a credit card. And I didn't even know this credit card was going to be sitting here. Okay. And guys, you get to earn commissions in all 50 states. Guys, and I just want to just bring this whole side up because I did not know this. I'm going to be honest. When this was brought to me, I said, well, we can't be a realtor and a mortgage lender on the same file. But because of this law in 2022, a lot of y'all know COVID was going on. We probably weren't paying good attention. I wasn't. I'll just be honest with you. Now we can double dip. I don't want you to look at double dip as a negative. I can now be the realtor for my buyer. I can now be the mortgage lender or loan officer for my buyer. Can real estate agents be mortgage loan officers? Yes. Those are for the agents that are on the file, on the same transaction. The benefits of a dual agent, okay? And I'm going to run through these really quickly, okay? There's no heavy lifting, guys. I'm going to share with you how your loan buddy, your loan professional, your loan processor is going to take that file once you have it submitted and process it. So some of y'all are like, oh, no, I can't add this to my plate. No, you're not adding anything. We have created a very streamlined system, and I'm going to talk about that. Transparency. Y'all ever, like, I don't know, how many homeowners do we have on the line? Or how many people tried and got denied? I want to know. Just write homeowner or tried and denied, or I'm not there yet. I want to know who I'm talking to right now, because there's something called an underwriter. And really, honestly, they are the yes and the no between you buying and not buying. And so now, guess what? Have you ever been in a situation where the underwriter hasn't responded or the mortgage lender hasn't responded, but now you have access to the underwriter notes? You know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. More reliability, understanding the mortgage process. We're going to give you knowledge, client loyalty. When you can take a client and they know that you're kind of sort of like a one-stop shop now. And when I got into this business, I called my 3 top leaders in my real estate. I have a community of 300 realtors in my community, okay? And I called them and I said, what do y'all think about becoming mortgage loan officers? I'm going to say MLOs on out. What do you guys think about that? What do you think our partners would think about that? And we're all kind of, oh, they'll be salty. And my next question was this: how many deals have they referred you? How many deals have they referred you? And now 23 years, them 15 and 20 years. I mean, we couldn't even think. We couldn't even leave hand one. So I was under 5. I said, it's time that we do something different. Well, let's talk about the efficiency in closing deals on time and the trustworthiness. Guys, removing all limitations. Priority, the money flows through the loan officer first. Stop the money in its tracks. Get in the way of the money. And wealth transfer, guys. You get to earn a commission as a dual realtor. Or if you're not a realtor, you get to earn a commission on the loan. Yes, you get to earn a commission by processing a loan. How many people would like that? How many people would like to tell their friends and families, I believe it's time for you to be in home ownership? I'm going to take this file, take the link that you have, upload the documents, send them over to our loan professional, let them look through the file and say, everything is good, Claudienne. Give me 24 hours, sometimes less than 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, depending on the difficulty of the file. Boom, you go to closing. Now you're paid and you're earning money at the table, guys. Guys, if you've heard enough to make a decision, I just want to see who I'm talking to. Drop a number 1 in the chat box. MLOs help families multiple times. So I'll tell you this: when people buy a property, people buy a house, they tend to stay in it for a while. I cannot refinance them. I remember when COVID hit, everybody was refinancing. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Interest rates were at 2%. Like, I got none of that money. You think my mortgage broker that I referred that client to called me and said, Claudia, here's a little gift? I don't even get gifts anymore. But now, being on the mortgage loan officer side, guys, I get to help families become homeowners now. I get to refinance them later. And guess what? If they want to sell, I get to help them there and help them when they move. Guys, it's just an amazing platform. Let's talk about the money. Are we ready to talk about some more money here? Because we already been talking about money, the truth be told. But I want you to be able to leverage your time and focus more. Guys, focus more on deals. So let's get to it. Here's how this looks, guys. Please pay attention. This is important. You are the loan officer. You're going to help the home buyer complete the application. You're going to help gather the documents, the W-2s, the 1099s, the tax returns, the bank statement to give a bank statement loan, whatever the documents are. You're going to help that buyer to bring those documents into the system. You're going to answer the home buyer's questions about the loan program. Don't worry, we're going to teach you all of that stuff. Here's what the loan buddy professional does. Remember, I said earlier, we made a seamless streamline. They're going to work on the 1003. That's a loan application for those of you that don't know. And they're going to process the file. They're also going to have answers for us, okay, to help keep the loan officers updated on loan statuses. They're going to provide answers about questions of different types of loans. You're going to learn in the process. Use underwriting software to review loan applications, and they're going to finalize and submit the loans for you. Guys, I don't know another streamlined process easier than this. So now, well, wow, Claudienne, we get a loan buddy? What does that entail? I'm going to just put it just like this. Okay, I've never done loans before. While I might be knowledgeable because I'm a heavy volume producing realtor, guess what? My first and 10 loans, I'm going to rely on my loan buddy, my processor. And because of it, of the percentage that we make on the file, and I'll show you that in a minute, I'm going to make 65%, and my loan buddy, because he's teaching me right now, is going to make 35%. And I'm okay with that. Now, on files 11 through 20, my side is increased because now I know a lot more. I know a lot more because I've done 10 transactions. They're probably all different types of transactions. And now I know a little bit more about loan processing. So now I get to keep 75. My loan buddy gets to keep 25%. Y'all following me? When I hit 21 and over, now I get 85 and the loan buddy gets 15%. Now, if you decide, you know what, I don't need a loan buddy, fine. You know, the company will approve that and you do not have to use a loan buddy. But if you're anything like me, collaboration is the new currency. Write it in the chat box. Y'all stop trying to get all the 100%. Get a piece. Guys, we are putting a platform together where you'll be a title rep. If you want to become a realtor, you can do that if you so choose. But for this purpose, you're going to be a mortgage loan officer with higher volume. And I just gave you some examples here on the different levels of income. You know, if you did 3 houses a month at 100 basis point, okay, at 65%, you'll end up making about $7,800 a month. I'm going to just stop right there. Would $7,800 change your life a little bit or a lot? Drop a number 6 if your life will change just on 3 houses a month. I'm not even going to go over 8 and 16. Would your life change if you can make an additional $7,800 a month? I want to also say this, guys. I want to say this before we move on. When I came into this company, I knew nothing about bonuses. I was so excited, and it wasn't that they didn't tell me. I wasn't focused on it. I was excited to be able to give my realtors and partners a platform like this. But when I started inviting people to the company, I started making bonuses. I said, whoa, I made $800 just inviting people to the call. Not only that, when someone that you invite to the business, guys, does their loans, guys, you got to sit still for a second. I need you to understand something. Claudienne invited Shawnee Curry to the business. I'm her sponsor. She just put 2 loans in the system. When they close, I'm going to make 10% from the company, not from Shawnee. She's going to get her commission. The company's going to say, wow, congratulations. Here's your 10%. See, I didn't get that at the loan officer before. They ain't give me no 10%. They didn't give me no gift. And I don't want the little gift basket with all the nasty crackers, okay? I'm going to just keep it $100. If you're a mortgage lender on here and that's what you do, or anybody, don't be offended. I'm just telling my truth right now. So when Shawnee does her loans and they go to close, guys, I'm making 10%. Imagine you bringing 20 people to this company and they're all producing just 1 deal a month. Man, if you don't do 1 deal a month, you ain't even working. You're not working. I'm making 10% of that. When Shawnee brings her partners into the company, guys, she's going to make a 10% override as well. Guys, so I mean, I've never had a mortgage company offer me that, but I want to definitely make sure I stay a little bit on that for a second, okay? So being a single agent, I was with one company, guys, for 20 years before I merged with my new company that I've been with for 2.5 years now. But when I was at my old company, guys, I had limited income potential. I just did. No financial security. I would literally take my income and reinvest it into income producing assets. We had no leverage, no time and freedom. And this is the truth. I used to live in my office, sometimes going home to take a shower and coming right back. I was sleeping at the office. I had no way to make residual income from the commissions, from growing a team, and I had a team. But when you're a broker, guys, it's a limited potential. What do you think happens here? They want to make more money. They recruit more people. They bring on more people to their brokerage. Okay, they create more leverage, time freedom. This is what we are doing here for you. So I went over this already. And I got ahead of myself, but I got excited, y'all. And I hope it's okay that I was able to get a little excited, okay? So this is the recruiting income. I like to say attraction income. Any day can be a payday for you. What about not having to do a loan, guys? I have not been to closing yet on a loan that I have put in, not because it's just the time. I just did it. But in the meantime, my people that I'm inviting to this company have already become approved mortgage loan officers with the bank, a federally national chartered credit union. And we just went over this, guys. When you bring 10 direct MLOs to closing, when they close, guys, one home a month is at 400,000. Guys, it's a $4,000 income. We don't make any income claims. And the same thing with 20. We just went over this. Same thing with 30. Same thing with 40. You see the numbers. The question is, are you going to open your mouth and say, hey, I have become a loan officer and I want to do a loan for you. I'm that bold. No, sis. No, bro. You've been written too long. In fact, we're going to get you into a 4-unit property before we even get you to your single unit property. I'm going to show you how to increase your income even by being a property owner. So let's leverage your license, guys, and we're going to be coming to a close. I want to just make sure I mention this again. And I don't even know if I'm going to spend too much time here because I know some of us are not realtors. But I just want to show you how you can make money as a realtor and a mortgage loan officer in the same file. Now, let's just say I already given an example of the MLO, so you already know wherever you are in your loan numbers is how you're going to be paid. This is 65%. Sometimes you're going to be at 75%, and sometimes you're going to be at 85%, right? If you're a producer like me, that's how that works. Y'all follow me or y'all tracking? As a referral agent, and I'll just be very honest with y'all, I had a conversation with Shania and said, when you fix the people credit, you got to pay. You don't even get a referral fee. And by law, you can't get a referral fee because you're not a realtor. She's about to become a realtor because it just makes sense. Now, is Shania going to be showing homes? No. She's going to say, Claudienne, I was just able to enhance this buyer's credit. I'm now going to send you a referral. She's now going to get a referral fee of either 25 to 40% off the transaction. All she did was refer the business to me. I'm going to take that buyer or seller and I'm going to transact for them. Can you do this 8 times? It's the question. But this is the potential, guys, of what you can earn. This slide is specific for realtors. Okay, if you're a realtor and you're on here, think about, I'm not licensed in all 50 states, nor do I want to be. But now I get to use Kim Jones as a referral partner in California, make 25 to 40% on the referral. What does that look like? I make $10,000. She makes $10,000. I make 40% of that. Now I make, how much, y'all? If she makes $10,000 off the transaction, I sent her a referral at 40%. How much money did I just make just for sending the referral? Guys, write it in the chat box. Come on. If she made $10,000 on the transaction and I made 40% of that by just referring the business, all right, good. I made $4,000. Is that okay with y'all? Guys, you're going to be able to do mortgages and make a percentage of that mortgage no matter where that loan is. All right, so becoming an MLO. Here's the traditional route. You would go do your pre-licensing course. Okay, you'd pay about $500-$600 for that. You'd pass the licensing exam or fail. I don't know. I failed my exam twice. And some of y'all might be smarter than me. I don't know. Complete the annual renewal every year. And then you would have to do that for every state that you wanted to do loans in. Here, not only are we going to save you $25,000 to about $50,000 from doing it that way, we believe that this is the new, innovative, better route. You sign up today, and we'll talk about the fees in a minute. The training is amazing. I've been in my back office, and I'm like, oh, I know that. Oh, wait, let me write that down. You're going to do a background check, and you're going to be able to originate in all 50 states. Guys, does this make sense? The only thing, listen, I'll tell you this, the no list. No state licensing tests, no fees, no continuing education, no annual renewal, and no state annual renewal fees. Some of y'all already have licenses in all 20 states, and you got to pay to renew in all 20 of those states. We're here to help you make this a better, efficient transition. The investment today to become a loan officer includes, and you have to stay to the end because we have a treat for you. So that $399 to enter into this space will be cut. We will share the promotional code with you, but your first month VIP membership is included. Your $66 background and 25 cents background check and NMLS fee is included. Yes, you will have an NMLS number. That is to identify your mortgage number, okay, loan officer number. But we're going to do something special for you today. You know, when I heard Ashika's story, how her and her partner, Dr. Murphy spent all those thousands of dollars to create something like this because they wanted to lend in all 50 states. It almost broke my heart, guys. Your one-time investment includes your compliance, your training. I just talked about background check, your mortgage loan origination, your 20% earnings plus an up title representative. Guys, you're going to be a store in one with so much backing. This is going to be so powerful. And I'll tell you this, I own a title company and I'm moving over to up title representatives. I'm moving over to up title. It just makes sense. AI powered credit. So you're getting to do your own credit for free. Guys, you're going to mail your dispute letters with a few clicks. Click, 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 click. Talk about the software and the CRM to be able to manage your clients. Talk about some of us won't relieve our 8 to 5 jobs because we're bought in by the health insurance that's included with the benefits. But I tell you over here, there's something different. Guys, and the partnerships that we are creating right now are amazing. We can't even tell you what they are. We're still under NDAs, but I tell you right now, we're going to the different level. Now, this is the part that I love too. Because when I invited 5 people to the business, and I've invited a lot of people, my $89 a month fee is now waived. They don't even care. OwnEasy does not even care about the $89. They're saying, you know what? We want to get to 1 million homeowners. Guys, when you bring 5 either credit clients or MLOs into the company, 5, any kind of combination, it's free. It's now free. What is the excuse at this point? Guys, more testimonies here. Guys, I can go on and on and on and on and on with the testimonies. But we're talking about someone who was serving in the military, guys, for almost 17 years. Guys, you can read it. She's now a loan originator. She's a part of a huge movement, helping clients close 2 loans. She's closing loans in all the states. But talk about our veterans being able to be in here and doing some amazing work. Guys, I could go over. Dr. Tina Hushkins is here. Carlotta Ross, amazing testimonies, bilingual. Guys, helping Hispanic families own homes. Guys, this is truly a company where you want to be. You definitely want to be here. Guys, so I'll leave you with this. The question is when. I want to know by the number 5 in the chat box. If you've heard enough to make a decision, if you have heard enough to make a decision, drop a number 5 in the chat box. I want to see who's serious about taking home ownership to the next level. I want to see who's serious about taking investment properties to the next level. Guys, we would not been able to buy that building. I bought a duplex for $35,000 about 8 years ago. I was able to sell that same duplex last year for $500,000 to liquidate, to buy the building. I'm not making this up. I sent an offer in before I figured out where to get the money from. Some of y'all may not be wired like me, but I act now and ask questions later. I figure it out later. So I want you to do something for me, Shawnee. I don't know if you have the link, if you could just drop it in the chat box. I want you to get back to the person who invited you here. And I want you to text them right now, MLO. MLO. I want you to text them, MLO, and they're going to give you the promotional code so that you can save $149 from that $399. Which is going to cost you today $249 to get into the business. We're not taking any of the benefits away. We're just saying, hey, I'm getting the text messages. Thank you. I'm getting the text messages. We're just saying, hey, we want to do something for everybody here. Get back to the person who invited you to this call and tell them thank you. And the next text should be MLO. And they're going to help you get started today. I want to take a few minutes, guys, to do questions and answers. I do see a lot of my leaders. I see Coach Kevin here. Guys, and the ideal, I see Ashika here. And I'll be remiss if I miss anybody, so I'm going to just stop right there because I can't even see the whole list. Guys, there's 101 people on here at one given time. 91 of you are committed. Okay, Kiana? I'm going to just inbox me and I will send you my phone number. But you want to go back to the person who invited you here to get the promotional code so that you can have a savings of $149 today, not tomorrow, today. Take action today. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Take action today. I'm getting the text messages. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting the text messages. I want to open up real quick, Shawnee, if we can open up the lines. so that we can allow the participant to unmute themselves to ask a question. Guys, just go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question.
Hi, this is Angela in Payne. I don't have a question, but I would like to say I listened to this before and I just went ahead and saved up my money and I am now a new MLO.
Wow. Listen, I'm telling y'all it works. I am telling you that it works. Thank you, Angeline Payne, for that amazing testimony. Guys, again, text a person right now. If you have another question, just go ahead and unmute yourselves. If you're ready to get started.
I have a question. Oh,
Okay, go ahead, Tony Glover.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry my camera's not on. I'm not doing it with you. So if you are an agent already, is it okay to come over to an MLO and still be with that same, I guess, broker that you're under, or does it change?
Broker?
Yes, or does it change?
Yes, so you already have an NMLS number, correct?
Uh, no, I don't have a number like that. No.
Okay, so you're talking about so you're a realtor, Tony.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So no, you can stay with the brokerage that you're with. This has nothing to do with, if I become an MLO, do I have to go to this company? We don't even have a real estate side. So you would stay with your real estate company and you would now be adding something to your arsenal. You'd be adding a mortgage component to yourself through our company, Own Easy.
Okay, thank you. And I do credit repair, so any clients that I do credit repair for, I can send them to you, and then
Well,
you
let me ask you, who invited you to the call, Tony?
I got the message, I think, from Claudienne Hibbert. You I may have did something
A
on.
drip marketing campaign.
Yeah, it my campaign.
So Tony Glover, here's what you would do. Instead of making me get all the money for your loans, I'm gonna put you in the system. You're gonna sign up today for $249. You're gonna go through what you need to go through. We'll teach you guys that on becoming a mortgage loan officer. It's gonna take you anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, and I've seen it done in 3 days. So it depends on you. But now you can do your own people that you're doing credit repair for, and you can get the mortgage ready. You can now get them into a mortgage yourself and make your own commission. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
All right, so give me your phone number and I'll text you.
Okay, it's 267-469-1909.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Guys, I'm not sharing my number in the chat box intentionally because we do want to make sure that we let everybody go back to the person that invited them here. There is a community link in the chat box. It will ask you who invited you to the call. So please do not forget to answer that one question and we will get you the things that you need. Now, here's what I'm going to do for you guys before we close out. If you have a question, just interrupt me at any time. And guys, I'm seeing the text messages. Thank you. I thank y'all. Y'all some amazing people, boy. Listen, y'all are amazing. Y'all are just simply amazing. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what it looks like to sign up. Is that okay? Can I do that for you guys here? All right. So you're going to go to Debt Cleanse. Now, the person that invited you here has a unique, guys, I want to stress this enough, unique website. Wait for that website to come. This is just an example of how to sign up. Guys, so you're going to go to debtcleanse.com/whatever that person's unique website is. They are going to send it to you. For the purposes of this call, this is simply a training. Guys, do you guys see the sign up button? You're going to click sign up. You're going to get to this beautiful page that says $149 get help. This is the credit restoration side. This is not where you want to be. You're going to go over to get and give help. Guys, did you see me click from left to right? It's going to land on get help, but I want you to take your cursor and move it over to get and give help. You're going to see the $399 and $89 a month. You're going to see everything that we're going to offer here to you. You're going to click continue. You're going to make sure. All right, let me clear my cookies here. My cookies aren't clear. Let me just clear my cookies here. Hold on. All right, I want to make sure we're all okay. So I'm going backwards a little bit, guys. Sign up. You're going to go to get and give help. I'm going to scroll down, click continue. All right, didn't work, but You're going to make sure whoever invited you here, their name is going to go under your enroller. Okay, so if it's Aishika, if it's Jeff Coriolan, if it's Shani, if it's Person Empowerment, if it's Coach Kev, if it's Dr. Kofer, whoever invited you here, their name should be there. Then you're gonna scroll down. You're gonna put in your promotional code. Now I don't usually go this far, but I want to today. Now it's gonna say $249.90. Are you following me here? Guys, personal information, your name's gonna go there. Okay, your date of birth, your phone number. Now, there are two sides to this company. Okay, OwnEasy pays bonuses. I told y'all that already. So if you want to be paid in your company's name, you're going to put the tax ID and you're going to change this to your EIN. It's going to say that the box that says company name is going to be here. It needs to match exactly your EIN. Then you're going to scroll down because you're going to get your own personal website. For me, mine is one thing, but let's just say I want to use my first and last name. If the system does not show you anything red and it says that it's available, this is going to be your unique website that you're going to share with people like me and you. Then you're going to drop your email, your password, and then you're going to go to the next screen. And then you're just going to complete the forms, disclosures. You're going to pay, and it's going to be the end of that. Guys, was that clear? I will stay back just a few minutes, guys, and answer any additional questions. But if you must go, or if you want to hear some of those questions, or you want some of the questions answers, I will be here. I'm just reading through the chat box. All right, Kiana, we will discuss. All right. All right. If I sign up as an MLO, is that giving you the credit repair also? Yes. Yes, I'm glad that you asked that question. So yes, you'll have the ability to do both. Guys, you will have the ability to do both. I see my partner, my sponsor, Dr. Malika Murphy on the line, guys. You won't hear from her a lot, but she is the strategist that helps us get through the different rankings in the company, the different income potentials in the company. She has been nothing short of amazing. Listen, that's my time. If you have no more questions, y'all know what I say. Love, peace, and what? Real estate.